Sleep paralysis is one of the scariest, if not the scariest experience you could ever have. This is the moments ghosts, demons are real by the way, and all the other things that you would assume are fake that you see in movies and TV shows can conjure into a semi-realistic space. Because the thing is, it is hard to defer from reality when it's happening. And I've had wild dreams before. I've been chased through Walmart by Sub-Zero. That one happened when I was a kid. I've had dreams where I was floating in the sunken place, and everybody's had that dream where they were falling and wake up right before you hit the ground. But when I tell you, nothing can top sleep paralysis. And the thing is, I haven't even had the full experience. Most high forbid I ever do. All I've ever had was like 2 trial demos, and bro, scariest experiences of my life. For those of you who've never had it, the best way I can explain it is if you got put in a domain expansion or infinite Tsukuyomi. You can't move. Like, if you've ever had it, I hope you never do. But imagine if you're awake, right? Or at least think you're awake, because it happens within a dream state called REM, which stands for rapid eye movement. Nothing's restraining you, but you're paralyzed for some reason. It's like you're in a mental straitjacket, and to top it all off, your scariest imagination starts spawning in the room like they just dropped tack inserts. Might as well sign me up for the Russian sleep experiment, because I never want to sleep again. I remember this one time I was in a deep sleep. I had stayed up pretty late. I don't remember what I was doing, and I know for a fact that I had already been asleep for a couple of hours. But suddenly, I'm hearing the faint sound of what sounds like my mother calling my name. Now, I don't know if sleep paralysis demons can mimic people's voices, but I wasn't about to put it past them. It very well could have been my actual mother calling my name, but what makes me think it wasn't is because this whole situation just felt off. I had a strange sense of uneasement, like all of my alarms were going off in my head. It was pretty early in the morning, like I think it was still dark out, and usually my mother doesn't call me in the morning. She'll just come in my room and tell me whatever it is she needs because she knows I'm asleep. I open my eyes. I think to myself, nah, and then I went back to sleep. I woke back up and it was daylight out and the birds were chirping, and I went on about my day. But I still couldn't help but think about that experience, and to make it even weirder is, my mom never mentioned trying to get my attention that day. Now this next experience got it. I'm talking about I don't want any more sleep paralysis smoke. Once again, it was a night that I stayed up pretty late. It was around 3 a.m. Nothing good ever happens at 3 a.m. Like, why is it that every time something weird is happening, it's at 3 a.m. I head off to sleep, but I wake up some slight time later. The thing is, I sleep precautiously, and what I mean by that is, before I go to bed, I face all chairs into a corner of the room, or at least facing away from the bed, and then I completely cocoon myself into the covers, and I sleep facing the wall, so if anything does pop off, I'm not waking up to a jump scare. Sounds like a foolproof plan to me, because if you're a sleep paralysis demon, I can't let you get that jump scare off. So I'm awake, but I'm facing the wall. Not to mention my eyes are covered because of the way the cocoon is set up. It covers my eyes with just a breathing hole so I don't suffocate. I decided I'm gonna try to go back to sleep, but for some reason my body isn't allowing me to. At this point, I've just been sitting there with my eyes closed for like 15 minutes and my intrusive thoughts come into play. I start thinking to myself, yo, what if I'm in sleep paralysis right now? Like, that would explain why I can't go back to sleep. What would also be crazy if one of my pictures just fell off the wall. I kid you not. Just as I finished that thought, one of my pictures fell off the wall. Instantly triggered my fight or flight. I'm thinking about turning around to see what that was, but I'm like, nah, I can't let you get that jump scare off. My only option is to call for help. I go to yell, but it's like my lips were glued together. I'm thinking, talk. Eli, talk. But I can't. After this, I feel like all my options have been exhausted. I have no choice but to do what I did next. Immediately break out into prayer because I'm not turning around. And at the end of the day, sleep paralysis demons ain't touching the Most High. Can I get an amen? And shortly after I fell asleep, I woke up the next morning, had a normal day, and ever since, I've been good. I still sleep with the necessary precautions, but yeah, that's my sleep paralysis experience. The word I have for y'all today is Psalm 138, verse 7. Though I walk in the midst of trouble, you preserve my life. You stretch out your hand against the wrath of my enemies, and your right hand delivers me. This means that in trouble, the Most High will deliver you out of that. He will always protect you. As always, thank y'all for watching. I love y'all. Shalom.